Hey everyone, today it's that time of the month, which is the update for July. It's already here, and June, which has passed already. It's been quite the busy month. I'll try to get through it as best as possible, without taking too much time with you guys. But there's been a lot that has happened for June. It's been quite busy, so there's been just stuff like E3, Final Fantasy, Guilty Gear Strive, PSO 2, New Genesis, the Ratchet and Clank stuff, and not to mention the new Pokemon cards that came out all in the same freaking month. So you can imagine for a number of people of how busy they were, especially for those who create content, who stream, who do all that stuff, like myself. It's been quite the big one. Left and right, literally, stuff was coming out. Wow. I mean, where to begin, really, right? But I think overall it was a pretty good month. I had a good time, reacting with the folks that were featured in the video for E3. It's kind of reminiscent, but times have changed, definitely. For the folks there, and I understand, and I don't want to like push anything beyond comfort levels and anything like that. So it is what it is. I still had a good time. There were still people who were willing to participate, so I was definitely cool with that. And again, that brought in that sort of the fun E3 reaction sort of vibes, and definitely brought me back a bit. So it's been kind of nice just able to see E3 again. But overall, I think E3 was pretty dry, but understandably so because of the pandemic hitting production just altogether, like everywhere. Not just video games or movies, just everywhere. Especially with Pokemon cards. That was a big took a big hit amongst that, and then all the shipping companies and everywhere else, absolutely affected by the pandemic. And I think we're gonna probably see this kind of thing for a couple of years, since everyone's working at their home, and all their projects right now are a good number of their projects are at home, so they can't just like put their stuff back into the studio like easily once even the pandemic like goes back to, or the pandemic goes down to like non-existent levels and everything like that. It's gonna be a while for everyone else to sort of convert back to normal, quote unquote, if they even ever go back to normal. Because people are likely given the option to work at home. At least some companies are giving out those options, so that's pretty cool. And also, it means like they're able to do, or they have like the luxury of being at home with their families, or just being the comfort of their home in general. I think that's a cool thing that came out of this, like the silver lining for for part of the situation. But yeah, anyway, that back to the point. I think that hindered from like seeing all the more like exciting projects, right, that are ready to be announced for E3, and that really like held back from that like X factor, that exciting factor, the fun factor, right, to see all that stuff. So we've only seen two companies, which is Microsoft and Nintendo. What do you know, the major ones. But I think like they didn't do quite a good job of sort of bundling all the other smaller companies into one. They don't know really where to like see these announcements, right? Because Sony was a big part of it too. Sony was absolutely a huge part of E3, and because of how they feel about E3, that's not really going to happen, probably ever. Like likely ever. So those type of announcements are probably going to be a thing from now on, and they're going to feel scattered and kind of small and kind of underwhelming. But once everything really goes back to normal, like everything like settles down, then we'll probably see more of that magical E3 sort of feeling, right? But it's not going to be anytime soon. Give it like 3 years at least, just because of how projects work and development works. I'm just going to assume that it's going to take that long for things to really go set back to like, again, like normal levels. Um, if the rest of the companies, want their, workers back in their offices. And I understand that being back at the office really helps because of the, so that direct interaction and all that stuff really helps with, well, the everything else in development, and pointing out all the bugs or testing and all the this and that, like directly said, it really helps. It really, really makes a difference between that and, well, the online interaction, the virtual meetings and such. It's very different. So all that, and many other things factored into, I think, why this E3 felt like this. How it why it turned out that way. Now, fortunately, we had Nintendo and Microsoft kind of saving the day. I really liked the announcements that mostly Nintendo had, like Advance Wars, the Kazuya this DLC, which has already come out at this point. So on and so forth. The WarioWare stuff was really cool. The Breath of the Wild 2 teaser was was pretty cool. There's just a good amount of games. There's a good all-around presentation for Nintendo. Same with Xbox, but I felt like the amount of games that I'm excited for doesn't compare to Nintendo. So especially with Nintendo having like that Metroid Dread coming in, so that's really cool. I think. There are some stuff for me to look forward to from Microsoft / Bethesda. Mostly being Battlefield, so that's like something I do want to look forward to, and I do want to turn out to be good because I haven't had a good Battlefield to sort of mess around with for a long while now. So I think that's potentially going to be good. We'll see about that. But overall, it's nice to see E3 back, at least for this year. We don't know what will happen for next year, really, but I think it's good that it happened in the first place, and I do appreciate what E3 actually brings. It bundles all that, but bit of a weird sort of sense of irony, I guess, in a way, or a paradox, because yeah, it is a bundle, but within the bundles, like, stuff wasn't quite bundled in there either. You know what I mean? So a lot of these smaller companies had their own announcements, so these announcements felt kind of small, or even smaller at that. So it just kind of magnified sort of that underwhelming nature, and plus, like, there are weird ones like Capcom, like, flat out saying like, oh, we don't really have new to like announce, but we'll just announce these ones anyway. They could have just had their own show, really, and they would save some costs instead of buying a space in E3 to show their presentation. But I guess they really want to like have the E3 eyes, the E3 audience eyes on their product. So I guess it works or makes sense. But if I were them, I would have just had my own presentation for the sake of the audience, the actual Capcom fans who already bought the game and such. But I don't know. I mean, it is what it is, I guess. Namco didn't even have anything, so that's pretty disappointing. And they only had like literally one game at E3. Really goes to show of how things are going, right? How the whole pandemic situation sort of affected things in a way. But again, it was nice to see. I've been playing Guilty Gear Strive for a solid amount of time with friends, of course. I haven't played with randos and things like that, but I've only played with friends, and it's been a fun experience for the most part. I think the universal panning is on the lobby system, and I do agree with that. I think it is the biggest flaw, and I honestly think it's really holding it back from like being a good experience, even though the netcode for the actual combat or the actual fighting game is really, really solid. It's a godsend in comparison to all the other fighting games so far, within the recent times anyway. So I think it's been really fun whenever it works. But yeah, the lobby system really sucks. It functions terribly, and it looks questionable. But yeah, the functionality for the most importantly is not there, and that's very unfortunate because it really can kill, the momentum of wanting to just sit down and play that fighting game. But otherwise, great fighting game as a package. It's got an arcade mode, it's got online, of course, versus training, with all the necessary tools. The story mode, I haven't checked it out just yet, but I'll probably do that, and I'll hopefully be able to get around to doing a review on it. And yeah, New Genesis, I was able to get a good amount of time in there, and I did like it at the time. I think it's just one of those games that I would just hop on for like a hot minute and then hop off again whenever that itch kind of goes away. But for the most part, I think it's a vast improvement over vanilla PSO2. There's just a lot of nice features that really do make it streamlined. On top of that, launching the damn game is very straightforward now, unlike the last one. Holy crap, it was such a barricade for me to getting around to wanting to play the game. And then by the time I got the game to work, like, I just kind of just felt okay. I kind of felt I wasn't really doing all that much, and it just wasn't fulfilling enough for me to like come back to, like what Genesis did. Absolutely, while I was on that game a lot longer than it was with vanilla. Like, man, what a difference, right? So overall, I do like it. It's not bad, but I have other stuff to do, so I'm not gonna sink my time into it too much. But whenever like my friends or not, and I myself have the itch to come back to it, like if there's like a big cool update, then we'll probably get back into it. But for now, it's kind of just on hiatus. But it's fun. It's not bad, and it's free to play, so why not? Otherwise, really, haven't really done anything much else when it comes to the new stuff. I mean, I haven't picked up the new Ratchet and Clank, and I don't really plan to, since I don't really have that sort of attachment. Otherwise, I've been playing plenty of other games like Genshin Impact, and as always, and I picked up Mario Golf, which that one came out by the end of June, and played it a decent amount so far. And I do like it. It's pretty chill, but it can also be competitive. It has like it's got like that a very quick on and off switch when it comes to being competitive or being chill of a game. You could probably like just play with the computers and be chill about it, but when you're playing with friends, that's where like becomes either chill or very competitive, and it's very fun. I do like it. It's a golf game, and it's pretty good fun on the Switch. I just do hope that the courses are what's going to be like emphasized along with the characters. Well, yeah, more characters are great and all, but when it comes to golf, I think the courses are really important. It really adds to the gameplay. It makes it really fun. I think that's like the most important thing. So when it comes to golf anyway, Mario Kart, same thing. Courses really do make half the game. So same thing here, same case here. Golf, please keep up with the courses, and I think it's a pretty solid package all around. Otherwise, you have a decent amount of courses off the bat, but eventually it will get old, and so hopefully they'll get around to, well, again, put more new stages in there. At this point, I've opened when it comes to Pokemon cards. At this point, I opened a good amount of Chilling Reign, and I think it's pretty decent. I think it's a better set to go after over Battle Styles anyway. Just because there are a couple of alternate arts in there for Battle Styles to really chase for. Unless you really like Urshifu, Tyranitar, and Empoleon, then it's like something for you to chase. But otherwise, I think the amount of stuff that you can get from Chilling Reign does make it a little better. over Battle Styles. You know, if you had to pick one of the two, I honestly would go for Battle Styles because there's a lot more to chase for than there is in Battle Styles. Or Chilling Reign has something over Battle Styles to chase for. But you know, again, it really all depends on who you wanna or what you wanna collect or pull when it comes to like cracking packs and stuff. So again, I opened a pretty decent amount. I don't want to spoil it too much, but I felt like it was kind of like an opposite with Battle Styles, where Battle Styles was looking pretty good early on, and then kind of like waned down a little bit, or quite a bit, and then Battle Styles or Chilling Reign, excuse me, was like this, and then it started to go like that. You know what I mean? So you'll get a hint of how it goes when it comes to my pulls and Chilling Reign, but it's pretty cool. There's still definitely great amount of stuff to try to pull and you know all its on its own. You know, if you really like the legendary birds and Celebi and such like that, then this is definitely the one to go for. But yeah, you know, I still have some stuff to open. I've been doing that on the stream, and it's been pretty fun. So yeah, definitely been on that for a good while. Although I've been thinking about things when it comes to streaming, I've been really thinking about this in the back of my mind for a long while now, and that's the whole thing with like streaming on Twitch versus YouTube. YouTube has been looking really promising more and more because not only well its features, but well, man, the things with Twitch, it's just been left and right over time, and it's been looking really, 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 really sus and questionable and just bad on Twitch's end. Like the whole thing with the bathtub and like how Twitch just treats people and picking their favorites and stuff like that really ticks me off, and I honestly really have all the more reason to start streaming on YouTube instead, because everything is all there, like you know the emotes and the partnerships kind of the thing, and the super chat and all that stuff. Like it's all there for me, and it's already set up. Meanwhile, I'm trying to still struggle on Twitch to get that partnership kind of thing. Not that it's been a prime goal for me or anything like that, but you know, if I was trying on Twitch, it's gonna be a struggle, really, you know. But like everything is already there on YouTube, right? But I guess it's still, I guess, something for Twitch. There is something for Twitch, but yeah, I think I just gotta upload a video on Twitch, letting people know like, hey, I'm just gonna do this on YouTube for a good while until I mean, I get some very noticeable results of either way. Like, is it gonna work on here, or is it gonna work on, or do I just go back to Twitch and things like that? I'm probably gonna do that by the time I do want to try it out by the time Evolving Skies comes out, but definitely when it comes to like art streams, I'm just gonna do it on YouTube. Probably gonna have my camera off. It's gonna be like, you know, art stream and chill type of thing. Like I don't really want to, you know, talk too much, right? I just want to concentrate on drawing, because I do have the tablet right there, which you kind of can't see a little bit, and it's been working wonders for me, and you know, it really makes it a lot easier for me to get into drawing where I just feel like, you know, all right, I want to doodle something, I can just hop onto there. And it's nice because it has a screen. I can actually directly just draw on it now and not have to look up and down on the computer screen and such. So I think that's a really cool feeling when it comes to drawing. And I don't know, man. I'm just gonna wing it, I guess. But it's been really like conflicting me. Like, do I just keep doing it on Twitch and hope for luck to come into play, or put more marbles into YouTube, right? You know, because I do have a decent amount of followers, but you know, it's just that the viewership and stuff like that, it's like any other viewership for everyone else, really, which is, you know, I mean, there's some, but it's not like getting me anywhere or anything like that. So yeah, you know, while this is a hobby and all that stuff, I do like to get most out of something, right? I try to get the most out of like the things I do, So that's why, like, when it comes to like the big hobbies, I do want to get those sort of fulfillments, right? So I mean, I'm hoping I'm making sense, but yeah. But either way, though, it's been just such a thing that's on my mind. Like, do I stream? Should I continue to stream on Twitch, or should I start streaming on YouTube, like with everything else, really, like the gaming side of things, like everything else, right? Like, it makes it a lot easier to like archive videos too, um, because it's just right on there on the channel right after I end a stream. So that means I can just upload it, blah blah blah, and publicize it, you know. If I want to edit it, I'll just download it and then um, go at it. But yeah, point being though, YouTube has everything there for me. It literally has the alley-oop ready, and I have not slam dunked that thing, for a very long time. The only time I've tried it out was during a random FF15 stream, which yeah, it had some interaction and stuff like that. It had some engagements going on. So honestly, I really I do have all the reasons to do it. It's just that I just have that confliction again, like there's that other side of me of saying, well, you have this number on Twitch, and so if you keep going, there's always that possibility, right? But you know, I don't know. Overall, it's just hard to sort of pick and choose. Really, I just feel conflicted about it. So that's just kind of been on my mind for a good while now. So, but anyway, I don't want to go on too much about that. Let's move on to the next thing. But yeah, when it comes to anything else, really, if I have anything new to share, but besides, well, the tablet, which has been treating me pretty well. The only complaint I have is the brightness of the screen, so that's pretty much it. Otherwise, everything else feels great. I can use Clip Art Studio, Paint, whatever you call it. A great program along with a great tool to use with it. Now it's an entry level screen tablet, so didn't set me back too much. So if you want something to like try out for a screen tablet, then definitely try that one out. Otherwise, don't expect too much from it. It's like very streamlined, so it just has all the little features that you actually need. Not so much like all the extra features that you think you need, but you don't really need it in the long run. But it is nice to have, if that makes sense. Anyway, that's what it's there for. It's a Huion Canvas 16 Pro, which is so it has a 16-inch screen, which is very nice again. So, but yeah, overall, nothing too much to complain about. I mean, we already are into July, so we had that 4th of July sort of barbecue. It was sort of last minute, but it was okay. Got it all going, and yeah, we had a good time. It was just me, Adam, and Danny. Had a good time. The dog even joined in a lot of times, so very, very, very fun overall, and just nice to see the guys again, one way or the other, and had some good food, great times, and just vibing in my backyard. So it was all pretty good. But other than that, that's all I got for what was already happened in July. We're already like almost in the double digits, like jeez. But what's in store for July? I just hope to get some reviews out. I'm trying to see if I can catch up on other reviews, like Metopia and specifically Monster Hunter Rise. But yeah, I definitely want to get Guilty Gear done first, because all I have to do is just watch story mode and get that out of the way, and then I'll get that review going, hopefully. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have when it comes to like the big plans. Otherwise, it's really just like the Hawk Talks videos that have like the spontaneous stuff in there, whatever I want to talk about, whatever happened, right? I think soon I'll talk about the last DLC type of conversation for Smash. Just a little follow up from the last video I talked about Smash, right? When it comes to the Hawk Talks, regarding to what was the future for Smash, right? Smash Ultimate specifically. So yeah, that's gonna be pretty interesting to talk about or just go over. But again, otherwise, don't even have anything else like big planned. Just more try to stream more, try to get those reviews done and certain other projects done for this channel. So yeah, otherwise like other stuff like work and stuff like that, nothing to complain about. Nothing really eventful other than, yeah, I've been looking at the new place. You know, it's a lot closer to my house now, so it's pretty nice. And not much traffic to go through, and you know, people are nice. It's the same old job. Otherwise, you know, a little more emphasis on food, I guess, but it's still that same warehouse job, pay out orders, you know, you name it. So yep, same old Amazon part-time job, and haven't done much for Panda, unfortunately, but it is what it is for right now. Maybe when there is some sort of like change in the direction again, maybe you know, things will look up. But otherwise, we'll get that just means I can spend more time here, and then you know catch up on maybe some anime and knock out some movies. Right. I'll try to catch Black Widow as soon as I can through some convenient means, but we'll see about that. But anyway, that's all I got for right now. For the upcoming stuff for July, and then the sort of look back on June. Oh yeah, for the look back on June. I guess there's just mostly like Hypecast and Pokemon card videos, right? Those will continue. You know, I've been having a lot of fun with those, and Evolving Skies, I'm definitely ready. So I'm happy where my pre-orders are at right now. So I'm definitely ready for that set, because that one has all the EVs so far, and I cannot wait who I pull from those boxes. But anyway, that's gonna be for August, so we gotta wait one more month, and that's gonna be fun. So either way, all right. So if you have any like comments or suggestions or like that, especially with like the YouTube and Twitch stuff, leave it down below. Like please, I am open. I'm all ears for those comments. Otherwise, hit the like, subscribe. You know the drill. Really helps out. Really appreciate it. As always, thank you for tuning in. As always, and thank you for the continuing support. Really means a lot. I'll do my best to bring all the other different kinds of content besides, well, the Hypecast and card opening videos. I'm sorry, but you know that's been sort of the new hotness, I guess, as of right now. But I'll try to get around to it. I'll do my best, but you know, sort of stuff happens, and sometimes I have some poor time management stuff, that sort of thing. But anyway, that's enough time I've taken up from you guys. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you guys in the next video. Sean out.